You can access the entire episode now on our website, forbiddenknowledge.news, Rokfin, Rumble, and all podcast platforms. Let's get into some of the possible origins of this creature. You have a few theories that we're going to go over. First of all, there's petroglyphs in the area that seem to depict these beings on there, right?
Yeah. So, once I kind of got into this, maybe I could do a little screen share and show people what this petroglyph looks like. Let me see here. What do I have? My glasses. Share screen. All right. So, the Native Americans of the Great Lakes area have a legend about a race of supernatural panther protectors. They're called the Mishepeshu, and these are creatures which they say come from the underwater realm. And when you pay attention to Native American traditions and Native American stories, they'll often talk about things that come from the sky realm, the earth realm, or the underwater realm. And as we sort of translate that into our understanding, typically that means that this is a creature that's got 1 foot in the spirit world and 1 foot in the physical world and interacts with people in that way. Well, about maybe 20 minutes east of the store, there's a place called Horse Thief Butte. It's like a desert mesa, looks like a standard tall cliffs, flat top. But when you get into it, it is riddled with a labyrinth of hidden passageways and amphitheaters. There are petroglyphs on the walls, and then right below it is this lake, and on the far side of the lake is a whole series of petroglyphs. And this petroglyph right here is one of those that I noticed. And you can see it's got a very cat-like appearance. And what's interesting is these wavy lines underneath its head. To me, that looks like they could be indicating water. And so the most fascinating thing about the Mishepeshu, as I did my studies, was that one description said it looks like a black panther with the face of a man. And so that sounds a lot like the descriptions of the Klickitat ape cat that we're getting. And so this petroglyph is one of the local depictions, possibly, that this cat has been experienced for hundreds and hundreds of years here. Can't say for sure. Obviously, it's rock etching. One theory is that this is part of the supernatural landscape here, that this is a creature that the first peoples, the Native Americans, had encountered, and it's part of this larger tradition of supernatural panther protector race of beings that has 1 foot in the spirit world, 1 foot in our world. Now, another theory has to do with so Mount Adams is a very famous UFO sighting spot. So there've been hundreds of reports of UFOs around Mount Adams. In fact, there's a place called ESETI Ranch. ESETI stands for Enlightened Contact with Extraterrestrial Intelligence. Jim Gilliland has been up there for decades, and he invites people out to his property. I think you pay a charge to come in, and people come from all over the world, and they watch glowing orbs and sometimes craft fly around Mount Adams all night. Well, eseti.org, you go to their website, and you'll see the face of a lion in their logo. And that's because one of the races of beings that they claim to be in contact with is a race of feline humanoids. And so there's another possibility of, what this thing might be. It might be related to that. And there are stories of, big alien cats and things like that. Not a big part of the UFO lore, but it's out there. But that describes more of a creature that's more like a human body with the face of a cat rather than a cat with the face of a man. And just to go back to that, like I said, I struggle with that. And a wildland fire crew chief came up to me, and she had heard about the ape cat. And she said, "What's going on here?" And she said that she was fighting forest fires. Her crew was fighting forest fires between Mount Adams and Mount St. Helens. And they encountered this on the first day of a 3-day deployment. And the way that she described its face, she was very interested in this monkey-like appearance. She said, yes, its face looked more flattened. So, like, think of the difference between a German Shepherd dog and a pug dog. They're both dogs.
Yeah.
One's got a flattened face. You can imagine that one looks more human-like. The right lighting or whatever, you could perceive it to be a monkey.